Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. Welcome back to the Garage Gym. In today's video, we have a 3-month updated review of this right here, the Force USA G15 Pro all-in-one trainer. That's a mouthful, so from this point forward, we're only going to refer to this as the G15. So we did an initial review, a full review, which will be in the description below. Check that out as well. Also, we had this assembled because it's going to take quite a while for multiple people to assemble this. So I hired a professional assembly service, a third-party service, available when you purchase the G15 Pro or anything else in the Force USA lineup. Short answer on that video, although check that out as well. Short answer is yes, it was worth my time and money. I was working during the assembly, and it took about 6 hours for a professional assembly person to put this together. So if you have multiple people that have never assembled this could take an entire weekend, as previous models of the Force USA all-in-one trainer lineup took me and my wife a whole weekend to put it together. I'm talking about full 4 to 6 8-hour days trying to take breaks and not having any clue what we were doing. So it wasn't impossible. And as we moved on, we were able to, get more efficient with the assembly process, but I figured I'd weigh it. And long story short, like I said, yes, it was worth it to have it professionally assembled. So check out those 2 videos in the description below. But today, what we're going to talk about is the base model of the G15. There is an upgrade kit. We have a review on that as well. As a matter of fact, I will put it in the description below. We're going to have a upgraded, man, that's a tongue twister. We're going to have an updated review on the upgrade kit as well, because it really is kind of something that most of the audience want me to break down upgrade attachment by attachment to see if it was worth it when you combine all those in there. Like anything else, when you have a bundle or a package deal, there's going to be certain features or elements in that may not be worth it to most people, but there might be one attachment, mainly jammer arms and or maybe the leg press attachment, which makes it worth it. So that's a preview of our updated review on that. Now, concerning the base model of the G15, we're going to go through elements of the power rack. These are features of an all-in-one trainer. The power rack, the Smith machine, and of course the functional trainer, which is the cable pulley system. This here does have weight stacks. We did have plate-loaded trainers before, including the G3 all-in-one trainer. Excellent budget conscious, see tongue twisters all throughout it, budget conscious all-in-one trainer. But I'm telling you right now, if you had the choice, I would go with the weight stacks. If you have the budget and you can afford it, always go with weight stacks. It makes it so much easier to do that. And we're going to get into an element or feature of the G15, the 2-to-1 ratio and 4-to-1 ratio. So there will be timestamps and chapters in this video. Also, once again, in the description, as well as the pinned comment below. So let's talk about the power rack feature of the G15. In this instant, my 3-month workout, I did shoulder presses using a 45-pound standard length barbell. As a matter of fact, you can get that at forceusa.com as well. And you can see there is barbell storage in the back of the G15. We have a regular and we have a shorter straight barbell in the back. But the JHooks here are really upgraded, really nice from previous models that I used in the Force USA lineup. And it has plenty of space to be able to move. Of course, you have to back up because we have a pull-up bar above us here. So you want to make sure you have space if you're doing something like standing shoulder presses like I am in this B-roll footage. But the JHooks are great to be able to take it off, and it's just high enough to be able to mount and dismount the barbell for use without banging into it. Some J-cups or JHooks are too high, and you have to kind of do a little kind of like hiccup, little mini military press to get it over that hump onto the JHook. These are designed very nicely, and I really like it. Standard weight rating for this, static weight rating, as it is with most power racks or all-in-one trainers. So here is the multi-grip pull-up bar for the G15. Also, suspension training ring, or where you can put a power band and do assisted pull-ups. We have videos here on the YouTube channel about doing assisted pull-ups with bands. But this multi-grip is very, very nice, although they had to compromise some things. With most of the stuff here in the Force USA lineup, they're thinking about smaller, compact spaces, especially lower ceilings. Our previous home gym had a very low ceiling. So we were limited with what we could purchase and put into the home gym. However, with this, we do have a high ceiling, but still they tried to make it a smaller footprint, which as you can see for pull-ups is totally fine. I can kick my feet back. I can do pull-ups. As a matter of fact, this 45-degree angle here is just a sweet spot for me, but we can switch grips and I can add that power band if I wanted to do different types of more challenging pull-ups. Now doing leg raises is a totally different story. Leg raises, I'm not able to get a full extension. That's why I put the stud bar pull-up bar in this garage gym, but I'm able to do L-sit holds and things like that without much of an issue. But if you're somebody taller like me and you want to do hanging leg raises, it's going to be near impossible. But the trade-off is, the positive trade-off is that you get a smaller footprint, you get more features, more compact, which opens up more possibilities to put this in places. Not everybody's gonna have a 12-foot ceiling like I do. I can't go back to a smaller ceiling. So when we get a home, I need a 12 or higher, 12-foot or higher ceiling because I'm spoiled. But Force USA with all their all-in-one trainers, even the multi-trainers like the X15s and the X20s, they took that into account of footprint for width, depth, and especially height with these. So I don't think it's much of a con. It just limits some of the exercises that you can do, but also the different grips and the trade-off, like I said, the positive trade-off to be able to do these and not hit your head on the ceiling. It is something that I can live with. You know, I can put it up in our pull-up bar or different versions of those hanging leg raises. So here we have the Smith machine on the G15, which is just inside the power rack. So we're going from the power rack to the center where the Smith machine is. And this is a feature I hadn't used in previous models in the Force USA lineup or any other all-in-one trainer. This bar is zeroed out. So it's a counterbalance bar. It doesn't weigh anything. Now, most of the ones I used in the past were 35 or 45 pound bars. This starts from zero, which I think is an advantage for people in a multi-person household using this. For me, I'd have to start over from zero. I have to add more plates, which is okay because the sleeves are long enough. But for my wife to start off at zero, where with some exercises like closed grip, bench presses, even shoulder presses, sometimes even shrugs, 35 or 45 pounds was too much. So it makes it very scalable to start from zero. You just have to add a few more plates. And that's actually one thing on my wish list with the G15. I'm going to get to it at the end that I wish this had that I saw on a competing brand that would make this thing probably the best all-in-one trainer that I've ever used, which is close to it right now. But with this being said, starting off at zero, I did some shoulder shrugs on this and I was able to add more weight. And you can see in the footage, bumper plates and standard 2-inch Olympic plates work just fine. If you have 1-inch plates, not really going to work. I think you can remove the sleeves, although it will be, quite honestly, just a pain to do that. Having 2-inch plates makes everything much easier. Very few people I know have 1-inch plates, but if you do, some of the models like the G3, you can take the sleeves off and you're able to use 1-inch plates. So let's talk about the functional trainer, AKA the cable pulley system, because this could be very polarizing for some people, because in people's minds, they think I want nothing but 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio. And if you're that person, there's products like the G20 Pro, which is 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio. And I'll just give you a refresher on what that means. 100 pounds on a 1-to-1 is 100 pounds. On a 2-to-1, 100 pounds is 50 pounds. I had to stop for a second. My math, I didn't get past algebra 1. So 1-to-1 is 100 pounds with 100 pounds. 2-to-1, you cut that in half. So 100 pounds is 50 pounds. And in the case of the G15, we also have a 4-to-1. That means you cut 100 pounds to 25 pounds. Now, some people might say, well, I'm not able to lift heavy. Now, by the way, I'm 50 years old. I'm not really able to lift heavy anymore anyway. So I'm one of these people that it doesn't matter with the 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio. And I'll give you an example. I used the G20. There's many reviews up here on the channel with the G20, and there's footage of me trying to do a side delt raise with the cables, which is excellent how you can lean out and use that and really isolate your side delt. So it's just a little bit too difficult with a 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio. I am very weak in my upper spine and neck and shoulders at times with injuries throughout wrestling. So I need to lift light. I need to have proper form, and I can't have too much momentum when I use it. The 4-to-1 cable pulley ratio enables me to put, say, 20 pounds. I'm trying to think of something. 40 pounds will cut it down. Oh my goodness, what do we hear? 60 will give me 15, 40 will give me, good Lord. I'm going to get the calculator out. 7 that's the number I was looking for, 7.5. So just granularly to be able to drop it by say 2.5 pounds or so, I'm able to do rear delts with the hook down here with handles. I'm able to do side delt movements. I'm able to do upright rows, even going a little bit heavier, talking about doing seated rows and stuff like that. With the 2-to-1 ratio, I can split it in half. 4-to-1, I can put it all the way down to say 200 pounds, 285, whatever it might be, lat pull downs, things like that. I can really granularly adjust it and be safe and avoid injury. So with that being said, 4-to-1 could turn a lot of people off with the cable pulley ratio. 2-to-1 could turn a lot of people off. But I feel like, once again, just like with the counterbalance Smith bar, the scalability amongst, if you have a multi-person household that's using one all-in-one trainer, I feel like this is really just a huge positive. I feel like this feature is a game changer for the G15. It also is on the G10, which is the plate-loaded version of this. Like I said, the stacks, you can't beat them. And if you wanted to do 2-to-1 here and turn it into a 1-on-1 or 1-to-1, I have a video on the G3, but you can do the same thing with a straight bar like this, where you can go across the center and essentially use both stacks and turn the G15 into a 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio. I don't think that could be overstated enough. I feel like this feature here is what initially with my ego said, I don't know. But when I started using it, I said, this is the feature that made me totally not regret it at all. There's many features, but this one here, was the deal maker in getting the G15 for my garage gym space. All right, hopefully no more numbers. I'm gonna put the calculator away, my goodness. A dumb wrestler tries to do math. So that is about it, at least for now. We will have another updated review in a few months, probably in 6 months, 1 year, and then even 18 months, 2-year intervals on the G15, because we are that happy with this all-in-one trainer. It's really just hits the sweet spot on all the stuff that we want with the footprint, the usability, the scalability, as I said, with the counterbalance bar, as well as the 2-to-1 and 4-to-1 cable pulley ratio. These two features here in my family with me and my wife are definitely things that we can use. Now, the one thing I told you, there's one thing in my wish list that you could consider a con if you know about this competing product. About 2 or 3 months ago or so, I did a comparison review on a Force USA all-in-one trainer and an Inspire fitness trainer. And the Inspire trainer had the cable pulleys attached to the Smith machine. I saw that, my mind was blown. If they could attach, in a future product, if they could attach the Smith machine to the cable pulleys, to the functional trainer, where you will not need plates, you can use this, obviously if you want to use the power rack and other stuff, but if you want just going to use the Smith machine and the cables, as far as the cable pulleys, and use the same stacks, that there would be the one improvement I would like to see Force USA make with that, because also the Inspire brand has the ability to do leg curls and leg extensions with their proprietary bench. They have these things on the bottom here to be able to do that. If Force USA could add even just the one thing we attach in the Smith machine bar to the cable pulleys, that would be great. If they could go one step further and add the hooks and the cables to the bottom, come out with a bench that's compatible to be able to do that kind of leg accessory work, that's pretty awesome. And also you probably can attach a bar and do low rows there, saving space on the outside of something like the G15. So that would be the one thing on my wish list. If you don't know about the Inspire one, check out the comparison review. We'll put that in the description below as well. But if you do decide to get the G15, the base model, and also the upgrade kit, which the updated review will be coming on that, or anything else in the Force USA lineup, please use our affiliate link, forceusa.com/Stevie. That also, I keep sounding like a broken record, will be in the description below. That's a long description. We updated them, tried to make them more kind of consolidated for everybody to be able to not spend all day looking at it. So I'll try to keep improving stuff like that. That's what your fitness journey and also my journey as a content creator is all about. So please check out the Force USA affiliate link. Also in Canada, and also we have other affiliate links. We'll save you money sometimes, but we'll always support the content on this channel, which we are so grateful for. Most importantly, God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day. All right, now I gotta do the thumbnail. Let me see how can I look as big as possible. Get under here. Doing like the Uncle Rico thing for the thumbnail. Good Lord. Never even played football in high school. Well, I was a field goal kicker. That's what it was. Oh my God, this looks silly. I wonder if, I don't know. I don't know about that.